Hey guys, what's going on? It's a Block Bull right about now, bringing you the latest episode to the channel. Welcome back, everybody. I've not been posting very much recently, but by popular request, we are going to cover Onyx XCN coin. We're going to take a look at the charts right about now. We're also going to take a quick look at the crypto bubbles as well. So let's just come over to the watch list just to see how we're getting on the daily and weekly timeframes. Now, on the daily, we're looking okay. You can see here, stronghold built on Stellar Lumens. 11.4% is our biggest gainer here. We've got ADA, Gala, also got Velar as well. We've got XRP, XCN is up 0.9%. Let me just pull that out there into view. We've also got HBAR up, XDC. Pretty much everything is up on the daily. Let's take a look on the weekly sort of charts as well. We've got Velar's up. This does my head in actually when every time we click on it. But anyway, so 20%, 17%, 30% Stronghold's doing really, really well. Gala is waking up now. That's coiling into a bit of an apex now. That's coiling up. I think there's going to be some beautiful gains on the horizon. If you guys want to go over to my X, you can do. Make sure to, I'll leave the link down below in the description anyway. So you can come over to X and you can follow me over here on X. Okay, the Block Bull, at the Block Bull. However, let's just take a look at the news anyway. So this was announced yesterday. So President Trump officially extends China tariff deadline by 90 days. So this is bullish stuff for crypto now. I believe everything is heading in the right direction, especially looking on the horizon through to next month when we do get the FOMC meeting as well with the interest rate cuts. However, this Friday we do have an important meeting coming up now. Again, this is in relation to Donald Trump. Donald Trump will be meeting Putin. So this is United States President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin meet in Alaska to discuss ways forward to end the war in Ukraine. Trump said that Russia and Ukraine are close to a ceasefire deal that could resolve the 3.5-year conflict, suggesting that an exchange of lands is on the card. So hopefully, we can see a resolution here between the two countries. Hopefully we can mitigate any sort of economic sort of warfare, if you will. So this is really positive news, and this will impact upon the rest of the stock market, cryptos, gold, you name it. This will obviously have some sort of effect anyway. I believe in a positive manner, especially for crypto as well. So yeah, it's all in the news here ahead of Friday as well. So there's probably some links or some YouTube lives on Friday as well. I'm sure it'll be probably on the TV as well and all over other mainstream news sources. So yeah, we've got that to look forward to this Friday. So we do have interest rates as well being cut as well. The next FOMC meeting, this is when interest rates are likely to be cut. This will be the 17th of September. So that is at the time of recording, 35 days, 22 hours, 28 or 27 minutes and 57 seconds. Here we go. Now, if we come down, this is what's being said at this moment in time. So there's a 94.4% chance rates will be cut on the 17th of September here. You can see on the Fed meeting, and there is a slim possibility that interest rates will remain the same. So right now, we are looking for a parabolic move around the 17th of September. Yes, nothing goes up in a vertical motion unless your name is XCN. And this is exactly why everybody's tuned in to XCN to get an update of where we are currently trading. So in my view, we've had two bullish chart patterns, despite the fact that in this particular bullish chart pattern, we did come down massively. Now, you guys will know from that sort of wick there where we actually created the high of 2025, we actually came down approximately 85% there, which was heavy. That is in a bullish structure as well. So this is how volatile Onyx XCN coin is. Now, there's a lot of frustration in the markets at this moment in time, especially with Onyxcoin as well, because you can see here, ever since we actually created this sort of local high, well, I don't know what high you want to call it, but this high of this structure, you know what I'm trying to say anyway, guys. Anywhere from around the 11th of April, which is what this sort of vertical line is stipulating here, 11th of April, all the way to the present day. Let's just measure how many days that is since we've been creating this sort of bull flag here. It's 123 days. 123 in terms of days. So that's how long we have been trading in this sideways motion with very little price action. Now, the thing is, Onyx XCN coin is in a bullish structure, but this is exactly what happened in this bullish structure. We came down massively, guys. So just because we're in bullish structure doesn't mean we can't come down now. The thing is, we are literally in the middle of no man's land. And what I'm saying by that is it's literally an equal distance from this point here to up to this red line, all the way back down to this red line. Do you know what I mean? We are literally slap bang in the middle. So I am sort of waiting now for Onyx XCN coin to make a decision. Are we going to go up or are we going to go down? Now, if I was to sort of highlight the sort of micro patterns inside of this sort of broader sort of macro structure with this bull flag, I would be inclined. There is a slight concern. I'm going to say slight concern. This could potentially be a head and shoulder pattern. So this is a sort of left shoulder here, and then we've run into resistance here, creating the head, and potentially this could be here, even this section here, this could be the sort of right shoulder here. Okay, now what tends to happen here, this would be the neckline here. So this is a sort of neckline right here. Once we do click onto the sort of TA, this for me is like the this is what we need to hold now, this sort of support above this sort of yellow line. So if we hold that, then we're looking okay. But right now, this is a sort of bearish structure, this head and shoulder. Yeah, it looks like something else, but comment down below what you think that is. You know, I'm not being rude or it like that. But yeah, head and shoulder pattern. Okay. So yeah, like I was saying, with head and shoulder patterns, what tends to happen here, this sort of move here basically replicates down here. Yeah, there's a strong chance of that. And to do it more accurately, I'll just use this tool where we actually measure 50% down, 50% line here, and then obviously the down sort of bottom line of that sort of measured move would be the bottom. Now that bottom comes out around the sort of 15th, 16th, 17th of September when the interest rates are set to be cut. Yeah, if we just refer back to this right here. So like I say, 17th of September. So there is a chance, I'm not saying it's going to happen, there is a chance that Onyx XCN coin has got approximately 30% risk involved. Okay, like I say, we need to hold this yellow line. Ideally, I would like to see us pop up to the upside. That would be bullish for Onyx XCN coin. What I'd like to see is get up to these sort of price levels here in order for, you know, to instill some more confidence in myself with being an Onyx XCN coin holder. So that is again 26%. We are literally slap bang in the middle, guys. We're neither here nor there, guys. So it's very touch and go right now. So just stick around. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video as well if you've enjoyed this. But yeah, ultimately what I want to do as well is highlight some possible buy entries just in case the absolute Armageddon does take place, because in the algorithm, you got to understand all charts, every crypto has a chart, and every chart is based on an algorithm. Now, in the algorithm, Onyx 1 loves a slow bleed, which is what we've actually showcased here in this sort of falling wedge. And we also like a daily candle, which takes out a liquidation candle here. This is just a daily candle, and look at this. Massive. So these are the type of candles we need to look out for. That is a 98% retracement. Okay, so these are the type of daily candles that we need to look out for. Now, nobody knows when they're going to happen. It's impossible. But what I like to do in crypto, and just talking from experience, guys, is when we break some area of sort of resistance, say for example this blue line is an area of resistance, so this is marking out the 2024 high. And it also marks out the, look, I'm just going back now just to see if it marks 23 high. No, it wasn't. This is literally the 24 high, 2024 high. And then what happened here is at this point, when we got that sort of 20x here, these massive sort of God candles here over the space of 12 days, we came down and it looked as if Onyx XCN coin wanted to come back and backtest this sort of level here, which currently stands at 0.004427, around that sort of price anyway. So I'll be placing some sort of buy orders around here just in case we get a huge wick down there. Yeah, if you got any dry powder, don't want to be all in on any crypto. I always have a little bit of dry powder always on the sidelines, and it's usually sat in USDT because that's what most pairings are for. And I know people are a little bit hesitant with holding USDT because they don't completely trust it in terms of the regulation, but unfortunately, that's what most pairs are bought in. Okay, I know people will say, well, why don't you circle USD coin? Well, that for me is very, very similar in the nature. Yeah, you can't trust any of these coins ultimately. I'd rather be in a volatile asset like XCN. However, if there is a bargain to be had and we're going to get a massive wick down there, just think about how much Onyx XN coin you could buy on this particular level if we do get down here. Like I said, it would literally be a daily wick, guys. So I'm looking out for that with any dry powder. Again, if you want to be realistic and you don't think there's any wicks, liquidation wicks are going to occur, obviously you'd be buying along this sort of red line. This is, again, you guys can input this over on TradingView on your own charts. Obviously, it is a moving target to the downside as well. If you want to buy a little bit lower, maybe get that sort of 25% discount upon your purchase when it comes to Onyx XCN coin, yeah. So you want to be buying down sort of these sort of levels here. Again, the further time goes on, obviously getting a little bit more discount going into the sort of rate cuts on the 17th of September. That's if we was to move to the downside, guys. So yeah, just caution at this moment in time, but I still have buy orders. You know, you don't need a lot down here. But what I would like to see is a sort of wick into here. This blue line, I'd probably become a whale in Onyx XCN coin. If I'm not already, once I actually do deploy any of the dry capital I do have left over in Onyx XCN coin. So yeah, some beautiful things going on over here on XCN. Like I say, we're a little bit undecided so far in the sort of charts. Like I said, we're slap bang in the middle, just waiting for that head and shoulder pattern to maybe roll over. Again, it doesn't have to happen. Like I said, head and shoulder patterns are fairly high probability, so there's a good chance that we're going to fall deeper. Now, like I say, if it falls deeper, you're hedging your bets, so you're putting yourself in a win-win situation. You're holding a really good asset, plus you're getting more assets, you know, you're accumulating more XCN. So that's where I stand anyway. Like I say, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I've been The Block Bull. The Block Bull is over and out.